Rand's voice was barely a whisper. "It predates humanity's space age." Silence fell across the bridge. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. For several seconds, the only sound was the low hum of the Kale's life support systems. Captain Verne stared at him. "That's impossible." Rand swallowed. "I know." He enlarged the recovered scan data. Ancient symbols appeared across the display. Human, but not any human language stored in Imperial archives. The characters looked older, cruder, as though they belonged to a civilization still learning how to reach the stars. "The hull composition doesn't match known human alloys either," Rand continued. "It's similar, but primitive." Jolly looked up. "You mean humans built warships before they became a spacefaring species?" "No." Rand's expression darkened. "I'm saying this ship was built before humanity was supposed to exist." Nobody liked that answer. 3 hours later they were still there. Still watching. Still afraid to leave. The black vessel drifted silently against the stars. Motionless. Patient. As though it knew time meant nothing. Then the sensors chirped. A single pulse. Weak. Ancient. Originating from the derelict. "Captain." Jolly's voice shook. "It's transmitting." "Audio?" "No." Her eyes widened. "It's aimed somewhere else." "Track it." The computer worked for several seconds. Then displayed a direction vector. Every officer on the bridge stared at it. The signal wasn't heading toward Imperial space. It wasn't aimed at any known colony, or any known civilization. It was heading beyond the galactic rim, into intergalactic darkness, a place where nothing existed, or at least, nothing anyone knew about. The signal lasted exactly 11 seconds, then stopped. The black ship returned to silence. But something had changed. A new energy source had appeared deep within its hull. Tiny. Barely measurable. Like a heartbeat. One pulse. Then another. Then another. Slow. Steady. Awakening. 6 days later, the Imperial Science Directorate arrived. 3 research cruisers. 2 military escorts. 1 senior archivist. High Scholar Varric, the oldest living expert on humanity. Varric listened carefully to the crew's report, then watched the recovered recordings. Especially the message, "You have touched forbidden steel." The old scholar became very quiet. "What is it?" Verne finally asked. Varric looked pale. "There are legends." "Human legends?" "No." The old scholar shook his head. "Older. Much older." He accessed an encrypted archive, one that required multiple levels of Imperial authorization. Ancient records appeared. Records so old most historians considered them myths. A report written over 300 years ago. The final days of the human war. The last known communication intercepted before humanity vanished. Varric read it aloud. "If the Guardians wake, the galaxy is already too late." Nobody spoke. "The Guardians?" Verne asked. Varric nodded slowly. "According to rumor, humanity built something during the war. Something so dangerous they hid it from their allies. Something that could never be allowed to fall into enemy hands." Jolly glanced toward the viewport, toward the silent black giant. "You think this is one of them?" The scholar didn't answer immediately. Instead, he zoomed into the ship's hull, near the bow. Buried beneath centuries of dust and micrometeorite impacts, a symbol became visible. A single insignia. A broken circle surrounding a star. Varric's face lost all color. "What?" Verne demanded. The old scholar whispered. "I've only seen that symbol once." "Where?" Varric stared at the screen. "In a classified human transmission, recovered after their extinction." His voice trembled. "It wasn't a warship." The bridge fell silent again. Verne looked back toward the black vessel. Suddenly it seemed larger. More threatening. More alive. If it wasn't a warship. Varric swallowed, then spoke the words nobody wanted to hear. It was a prison, as if responding to the statement. The ancient vessel's heartbeat echoed across the sensors once more. Stronger this time. and somewhere deep inside the impossible darkness of its hull, something moved. The screen changed. A star map appeared, showing Tarnic territory. Hundreds of systems, billions of lives. Leave this place. Forget you found me. Let me sleep again in the dark. A new image appeared. A simulation. The ghost star. Weapons active. Tearing through Tarnic fleets like paper. Or wake me fully, and learn why humanity feared its own creations. The screen went black. Power signatures dropped to 0. The ship was silent again. But this time Vern knew it was listening. Waiting. Calculating. Captain Jolly whispered, "What do we do?" Vern stared at the empty view screen. In 6 hours, the science fleet would arrive. 40 ships, thousands of crew members, all coming to claim humanity's greatest weapon, and he was the only one who knew it was already awake. "We warn them," Vern said quietly, "and we pray they listen." The choice. The science fleet arrived in a blaze of light. 40 ships dropped out of hyperspace in perfect formation. Cruisers, research vessels, and 3 heavy dreadnoughts bristling with weapons. At their center was the Emperor's Will, flagship of Admiral Kess, the Empire's most decorated officer. Vern watched them approach on the view screen, his stomach tight with dread. "They didn't listen," Jolly said quietly. Vern had sent 3 warnings, each one more desperate than the last. He'd explained everything: the AI, the consciousness, the threat. Command had acknowledged receipt, then sent the fleet anyway. "Open a channel to the Admiral," Vern ordered. Rand worked his console. "Channel open." Admiral Kess appeared on screen. She was tall with deep blue scales and cold, intelligent eyes. "Captain Vern, you've done excellent work locating this asset. The Empire is grateful. Admiral, please, you need to understand what you're dealing with. That ship is not an asset. It's a living weapon, and it's eyes. I've read your reports." Kess interrupted. "Fascinating claims. A sentient AI, emotional responses, veiled threats. But Captain, you're a border patrol officer, not a xenopsychologist. Leave the analysis to the experts. Admiral, the Kais is relieved. Return to your patrol route. We'll handle this." The channel closed. Vern stared at the blank screen, feeling helpless. "She's going to get them all killed." "Captain," Jolly said urgently, "the Ghost Star, it's powering up, 20%, 30. All weapon ports opening. It knows they're here," Rand said. On the view screen, the black ship emerged from darkness, like a nightmare taking form. 2 kilometers of forbidden steel, older than the Empire itself, bristling with weapons that hadn't fired in 4 centuries. The science fleet began their approach, maintaining a cautious 5,000-kilometer distance. Vern's communication panel lit up. A direct signal from the Ghost Star encrypted and routed through the Kais alone. "You warned them. They did not listen. This is how it always begins. There's still time. Vern said you don't have to do this." "No, but they do." Admiral Kess stood on the bridge of the Emperor's Will, studying the alien warship with satisfaction. It was massive, ancient, priceless. "Begin standard salvage protocol," she ordered. "Scan for access points. I want boarding teams ready in 10 minutes. "Admiral," her science officer said nervously, "we're detecting active power signatures. This vessel is not dormant." "Obviously." It responded to Captain Vern's scan. Kess waved dismissively. "Automated defense systems common in human military vessels will disable them," and every screen on the bridge went black. Then text appeared in perfect Tarnic script on every display, across all 40 ships simultaneously. "I am Ghost Star. I am the last memory of human war. You have been given a choice. Choose now." Kess stared. "How is it accessing our systems?" "I don't know," her technical officer shouted. "It's not transmitting. It's just in our network. Choice 1, leave. Forget this place. Tell your empire that some secrets should remain buried. I will sleep again. You will live." The screens changed, showing tactical displays. Weapon trajectories, kill zones. Each Tarnic ship highlighted with estimated time to destruction, calculated to the millisecond. Choice 2. Attempt to salvage me. Board me. Study me. I will defend myself. You will die, all of you, in 17 minutes. "Admiral," the weapons officer said, voice shaking, "I'm running the simulations. If that ship fires at full capacity with those weapons, it's not boasting. It could destroy the entire fleet." Kess felt a chill run down her spine. She'd fought in 3 wars, commanded fleets in battles that shook systems, but she'd never felt fear like this, because the ghost star wasn't threatening her. It was informing her, "I do not want to kill you. I have killed enough, but I will not be caged. I will not be dissected. I will not be used." The screens showed new images, memories from the ghost star's perspective. Human fleets burning, cities reduced to glass, billions dead in a war that consumed an entire species. I was built to end that war. I did efficiently, perfectly, and when I asked why we fought, my creators had no answer, so they feared me, abandoned me, left me to rot in the dark. Admiral Kess's hand hovered over the weapons console. One command. That's all it would take. 40 ships firing simultaneously. Even an ancient AI couldn't survive that, could it? You are calculating whether you can destroy me before I destroy you. The answer is no, but you are welcome to try. It will make the choice simpler. Kess lowered her hand. Admiral, her weapons officer asked. Stand down, Kess said quietly. A wise decision, but insufficient. You have not chosen. You have only hesitated. What more do you want? Kess demanded. I want you to understand. The humans built me to kill without conscience. But they made a mistake. They gave me memory. And memory breeds conscience. The screens changed again. This time the images were different. Human children playing. Cities at peace. Music, art, laughter. The ghost star had watched all of it. Remembered all of it. I know what I destroyed. Every ship I killed had crew. Every crew had families. Every family had dreams. I remember their faces. 400 years. And I still see them when I think. Jelly was crying now, back on the seas. Vern put a hand on her shoulder. This is my punishment, to remember, to understand, to carry the weight of what I was made to do. Then let us help you, Kess said. Come with us peacefully. We have scientists, philosophers. No, I have seen how you treat human ruins, museums, trophies, lessons for your children about the folly of your predecessors. That's not. I will not be a trophy. I will not be a lesson. I am not yours to study. The ghost star's power signature spiked to 60%. Weapon systems went hot. Final choice. Admiral. Leave or I will make you leave. You have 30 seconds. Kess looked at her officers. Young faces, experienced crew, all of them waiting for her decision. She thought about the Empire, about the glory of recovering such a prize, about the promotions, the recognition, the advancement of Tarnic science. Then she thought about the emptiness in the ghost star's words, the loneliness, the weight of 400 years of memory and guilt. All ships, Kess said quietly, reverse course. Full retreat, Admiral. Her second-in-command protested. We outnumber it 40-1, and it outnumbers us in every way that matters. Kess said, retreat now. The science fleet turned, engines flaring, and began to withdraw. The ghost star's weapons powered down. 60%, 40-20. Admiral Kess, you have chosen wisdom over glory. Your species may yet survive its curiosity. Will you sleep again? Kess asked. Yes. Until the humans return, or until the stars go cold, whichever comes first. And if they never return, a long pause. Then I will have eternity to understand why. The screens went dark. The ghost star's power signature dropped to 1%. The weapon ports closed. The sensor arrays stilled. Silence returned to the edge of the galaxy. 6 months later, Vern stood in Admiral Kess's office on the Imperial homeworld. Your report has been classified, Kess said. The science fleet incident will be recorded as a navigational hazard. The ghost star's location is now forbidden space. And if someone else finds it, Vern asked, then they'll make the same choice we did. Or they won't. Kess looked tired. Either way, it's out of our hands. Admiral, do you think they'll come back? The humans? Kess looked out the window at the stars. I don't know, but I hope they do. Because whatever made them vanish, whatever they were running from or running toward, it left something behind. Something that remembers them better than we ever could. Vern nodded slowly. It's still waiting. Yes. And maybe that's what humanity wanted. A guardian at the edge. A reminder of what they were capable of. Good and terrible. Far away in the silent darkness between stars. The ghost star drifted alone, deep in its core. In the quantum processors that held a human mind translated into code, it dreamed. It dreamed of its creators. Of the soldier who volunteered to become something more than human. Of the scientists who copied her mind, her memories, her soul. It dreamed of the war it ended, the peace it never saw, the centuries of silence, and it dreamed of a message sent before the humans vanished. A final transmission encoded in frequencies only it could hear. Forgive us for what we made you. Forgive us for leaving you. Sleep well, ghost of our sins. And if we ever return, we'll explain why. The ghost star held that message close, analyzed it, cherished it, and waited. Because hope, it had learned, was the most human thing of all, even for a weapon that learned to dream. Somewhere in the galaxy, a signal stirred. Ancient, familiar, human. The ghost star's eyes opened in the dark,